Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the latest episode of Blue Balls, presented by the Duck Duck Bros. And we are in week 2 now. Week 2
Yeah.
of this nice little Dodgers podcast. And the Dodgers did a little bit better than we expected. I mean, I think we kind of guessed it. We were being nice to the Reds. Didn't think we were gonna. We gave them one game, and we were like, you know what, that's a team we should sweep. And
This is Robbie Ray.
oh, my fault. This is Master Jamie. Sorry. But
If
yeah,
you guys don't know by now,
you don't know by now. But yeah,
now you know.
the Dodgers swept the Reds quite easily, I would say.
Yeah.
It didn't feel like any of the games was like we were gonna lose at any point.
Yeah, even the I guess you could say the close one, which is what the 3-1 ball game on Friday. I mean, it just felt like
Yeah.
in control the whole time, not
Yeah.
really worried about anything.
Yeah, I was there on Thursday.
Yeah,
And
you were.
even when it was 3-3 going into the eighth, I was just like,
Yeah.
they're not gonna beat us. Like
hmm
this offense is gonna click right now, and it's just. And sure enough, eighth inning came around, and they poured on 6 runs and put the game away.
Yeah.
Freddie got a nice little chant.
Oh yeah, that was nice.
That was fun to be a part of. Like it, love it.
As far as what
Just
the week?
the chant. Let's stick on the chant, the Freddie chant.
Oh yeah, I love it. I think um I don't know if this is how accurate this is. I might just be biased on this, but for whatever reason, I just feel like um, I think LA fans as a whole, they just got a feel for it, you
Mm-hmm.
know? Because I mean, this isn't like we had, obviously we had them, like, I think we had one with Mookie, we had one with Freddie. We had some like Laker ones as well
Mm-hmm.
for from certain guys and everything like that. I mean there there's just a feel, especially when it comes to like the Dodgers and everything like that,
Yeah.
that there's just like whatever it is. I think the LA fans, they know what's up. There's obviously other places. I think Boston, for the most part, has that. There's just some like certain cities that they like know their sports so well that they just have a feel for times like that.
Yeah.
And I think it was something special. I think something to I mean, if you think about it, man, this guy spent his whole career in Atlanta,
Yeah.
and he was expecting to stay in Atlanta, and I think that as a fan base, for you to go out of your way uh to do something like that, right? And to establish that connection that quickly,
Yeah.
you know, I think it works miracles. It makes that person, even though it might not be. And let's face it, like I don't think there's any mistake in like saying like Freddie, this was not what he wanted, right? And I don't think, and
No.
like this is the thing that I don't really understand is like we expect these ball players, and this can be a completely different podcast, and this can be something that we talk about later on, like the mental aspects and the things that happen, right? Is we expect these players to kind of just go business as usual, and just like kind of take away all the emotions out of it. Like
Yeah.
they're not even real people at times.
Yep.
Like they're actually just assets, which is like crazy to me sometimes when it comes to the fan bases and everything like that. And the way that they are like, oh, like right away they have to be like, oh, I'm really happy to be here, blah 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 blah. Like, no, bro, you're not. Like, let's be honest here.
Yeah.
Like this isn't what you wanted. Like you really didn't like, although there are some cool aspects, like he grew up around the area, like this is kind of basically like people are like, oh, like Freddie's back home, like where he belongs. Like not really, like
No.
like
He literally said he was honest,
Yeah.
like he was like he wanted to be back in Atlanta.
Hmm.
Things didn't work out how he expected, so he
Right.
moved on. He even said, like I kind of like I grew up an Angels fan, like
Hmm.
so it's kind of like all right, yeah, he's kind of like home, but like
Yeah.
but
It would be Angels, right?
yeah, but I
But
mean he's closer to where he like grew up, you can say.
hmm.
But I think it was just cool to see because especially when you make a big move like that
Hmm.
and you're kind of just like one now like trying to fit into a new clubhouse, new
Hmm.
manager, new team. You're kind of trying to adjust, the way you do things, new
Right.
stadium, new like like different,
Everything's different,
yeah, the routine and everything. And you're like, all right, like yeah, I'm this all star and MVP and World Series champion, but I came here and especially in LA, they expect you expect to win. They
Hmm.
expect you to produce,
In all sports,
in all sports, But especially just coming off a year where you just beat the Dodgers to get to a
Hmm.
championship, it's kind of like, all right, like these people, they're happy to see me here and wearing this
Right.
uniform, Like, so it kind of gives you that, like,
Hmm.
maybe I did make the right choice. I'm going to spend the next six
Yeah.
years here. So,
I mean, there's something about being this getting that standing O and then being accepted by the fans that I don't think you could really beat,
no.
And that's when the people say are like, oh, you're not part of the team, you're not this, you're not that, right? And like I totally understand that, but there's there's a confidence that you know that is brought by being accepted by the fan base and being loved by a fan base that I don't think people really understand,
Yeah,
right? When it
definitely.
comes to the mental aspect of the game.
Yeah, of course.
If the fan base fucking hates you, like, um, it's not gonna be fun.
Yeah, definitely.
It's like that Phillies was it the Phillies player, the one
Um,
that made like all those errors, and he was like, I fucking hate this place.
oh, Alec Bohm or Bomb.
Yeah,
Yeah, I seen
and
that.
right, and then he
I mean,
apologized, and then he
yeah,
owned up for it, and then they gave him a standing no, the day after, right, and
yeah,
it's stuff like that like kind of pulls you out of that
yeah.
mentality,
I
right?
and I think just like it's it being in those big cities, kind of like having the fans. Obviously, like the fans are gonna have their opinions, but at the same
Hmm.
time, like they're like as fans, we obviously we're not out there doing the job, but I feel like just watching after they played the Braves, right, and the whole Kenley Jansen reunion coming back, he was just like, dude, like the Dodger fans were there for me all the time, like, and they let me know when I wasn't performing well, like they didn't let me like be like, oh
Hmm.
no, like he already did all these great things. Like no, like when you're doing bad, like they're gonna let you know, and they're gonna like, like it's not acceptable, and I just like man, for him to like kind of like accept that and kind of like but like
Acknowledge it.
acknowledge it, like. He got booed a few times, but like for him, he came back and everyone gave him a standing ovation. It was like, yeah, dude, he
Hmm.
had some rough times, but we also had a lot of good times too,
Yeah.
But to acknowledge, like, you know what, yeah, like kind of push you a little bit, give you that
Hmm.
extra like motivation, if you didn't need it already, or have it
Right.
already. But yeah, it was fun. It was fun. Dodgers, nice
Hmm.
little homestand, 6-1, beat up on the Reds. Uh, what else did we have? Friday, that was Bueller game one and home opener.
Hmm.
Did well. Bullpen came in, took care of business. And then Friday was the Tony Gonsolin game.
Hmm.
Pitched well as well. I mean, he's been pitching well. He got 2 starts in this homestand too. And then that wasn't really much in that game.
No.
Saturday, the Heat. No, was it Saturday? Yeah, was it Saturday? Was
No,
Julio?
Saturday was Julio.
Julio. Nice little bounce back game for him.
Yep.
We were talking about him getting kind of torched in the first game in Colorado,
Hmm.
and how he needed a bet. I think that was a good little game for him, I would say. To him
Right.
come back, get a win against was it Hunter Green?
I can tell you right now.
38 was it 38?
Hunter Green.
100-mile-per-hour fastballs.
I think it was like 36 or something
Yeah, and
like
then
that.
Trey
That
Turner
guy's
finally gets
filthy,
to him and
dude.
hits a 2-run bomb off of him for the
Yeah,
win.
that shit
Didn't look
was
back from
ridiculous.
there. And then
And then
Sunday,
that was
the
Heaney,
Heandawg,
bro.
the Heandawg shoves. What do you have? Was it 10, 11,
11,
11 strikeouts?
3 walks, but I
I
mean,
mean, 11
you know, 11 strikeouts,
strikeouts,
dude.
no runs, 10 and a third so far. I think it is. He hasn't given up a run. Um, Now we find out today that he's got some shoulder discomfort.
Which is fine.
It's just fine.
Yeah.
They said
Uh,
he's probably only going to miss one start, which is
right.
like, all
I
right.
I wouldn't mind if he misses 2,
Yeah,
honestly. Like,
just
make
keep.
sure he's 100% healthy,
Yeah.
you know.
So I think that's pretty much like the only kind of bad news we had this week. That and just losing on. I mean, yeah, I mean it's baseball. You're not going to win them all, but I mean,
Right.
the loss on yesterday, and then
Mhm.
Monday come in. Freddie Freeman
Kirsch.
again. Kershaw shoves for 5 and some change.
Mhm.
Gives up a little bit more runs than I think he just got tired there at the end, which kind of like shows that perfect game. Maybe he wouldn't have.
Yeah.
It was past 80 pitches and he started getting hit a little bit.
Mhm.
You know.
Yeah, I give it 6 hits, 4 earned runs,
Yeah.
7 strikeouts still, which is good. You want to see the strikeouts still come around, which
Yeah.
was awesome. But
Freddie hits
yeah,
a.
definitely looked like he started getting tired.
Yeah. And then Freddie, I mean, if
First bomb.
couldn't write it any better. First at bat against your former team, you hit a home run, and
Hmm.
then go on to win the game.
And then Tuesday, not
Max,
much really to talk
yeah,
about.
Max Fried
Just
just
low
shoved
scoring,
it.
yeah. Which I think we expected that to happen,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
we kind of expected it. We were kind of expecting a pitcher's duel between him and
Hmm.
Bueller. I know
Right.
Bueller doesn't really have his. I mean, I think the Braves kind of got his number a little bit.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like one of
Which
those.
I mean, like 3 runs, got your number. That's not too bad.
Yeah, right. So I mean, but Max Fried, he
Yeah,
was
he's
pretty
he's just
money.
dirty, dude.
And then today we had the early day game, the rare Wednesday day game, and Mookie finally got a hit. He broke his 0 for 13 streak, I think it was.
It's
Um,
not bad, man.
it's not bad,
Oh
you
for
know.
13, and
Yeah.
then you get a hit. Like some guys go for 0 for 20
What was
plus.
it, Chris Davis? Remember he was like 0 for what or something.
Yeah, he was 0 for ever.
Yeah.
Um,
And then Freddie hits a bomb. I think you froze a little bit on us, sir. Robbie Ray, did we lose you, buddy? No, we lost him. Robbie Ray. No, Robbie Ray.
all right, let's do it.
All right, everybody. Sorry about that. Robbie Ray had some technical difficulties there.
You know, take off your automatic updates, guys.
Yeah, that's what I have mine automatically. I have them turned off, but I get them like when I turn off my computer, it'll just be like, oh, update and shut down. I'm like, yeah, sure, buddy. So I never have to worry about it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know, I don't use this every day, so sometimes it just wants to start updating randomly,
I
and
mean,
that's what happened. So
the good thing is you're back.
my computer's updated.
And your computer's updated, so I don't think we'll have any more problems. Hopefully, unless Windows decides to send out another update randomly right now. But
I don't know. Maybe
maybe they're
they
not fans.
stream snipe.
Stream sniped, huh? But yeah,
Like, oh, you want to start another podcast?
this
Send out the
guy's
updates.
stop him now. But yeah, we were discussing what today's game a little bit. He had the Tony Gonsolin shoved. He had 6 innings, one
Yeah,
hit.
Mm-hmm.
3 strikeouts. Freddie had a day, 3 for 4.
Belly had a day.
Belly had a day, 2 for 4. And it seems like Bellinger's like this, like he gets 2 hits or no hits. Like he's
Mm-hmm.
like he's been going
He's
two for
he's
four,
uh
2 for 3.
he's tied right now, second for most multi-hit games.
Oh, is that yeah? So
Yeah.
there you have
So
it.
yeah, I think he
Uh,
has 6 out of the 12 games. So half the
yeah,
games he gets
yeah,
multi-hit
yeah.
games.
I mean,
I'll
I
take
think
that.
we'll take that. I mean, he's batting 7th or 8th every day,
Yeah.
and you'll take that. I mean, come on, like the
Mm-hmm.
lineup is stacked. But overall, the Dodgers go 6-1 on the week.
Yeah.
Uh,
We said that was possible.
it was
You
possible. They
know.
did it. They're 9-3 overall now. I think
Still
they're
the best record in MLB.
best record in MLB to start off. Still April, still early. It's a
Mm-hmm.
marathon, but I mean, it's kind of what we're
People
kind of what
expected.
speaks. Yeah, if even if you're not a Dodgers fan, it's kind of what you expected. Um, but you know, moving forward into next week, we got a couple of going into the weekend. We got a nice little 3-game series with starting Friday with little brother, the San Diego Padres. Got to go down to Petco and you know in Dodger Stadium South and try to take care of business there. Uh,
Dodger Stadium South.
uh,
I love it.
they no Tatis. Um, I mean, C.J. Abrams is not playing the best. So I mean,
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm calling sweep on that one.
oh, you're calling a sweep. Let's see. I'm trying to see pitching matchups before I call anything right now. Um, you're not gonna show me pitching matchups here. MLB.com. Let's see.
Yeah, I think that's probably the best way to get it done.
Okay, buddy. Dodgers versus Padres probables. Let's see that. All right, here we go. We got it here. So Friday we got Julio versus Nick Martinez.
I don't even know who Mick Martinez is,
I
so
don't.
we're winning that ball
I
game.
saw that's looking bright for us. I would say. And then Saturday was
Sorry.
supposed to be Heaney versus Darvish.
Mm-hmm.
So, depending what Darvish comes that day, I think would determine. You know.
Calling sweep.
Yeah, and then I don't know who's gonna pitch for the Dodgers. I'm gonna assume a bullpen game.
Yeah, most likely.
Maybe Tyler Anderson, David Price, kind of like carry
Mm-hmm.
the front half of the game, and then get it into this to the late half for the
Yeah,
back end of the bullpen for Bruzdar and Trinan and Kimbrough to kind of finish it off.
yeah,
And then Sunday, Clayton Kershaw
for sure. Against who?
Sean Manaea, who Sean Manaea's looked pretty good this year
Yeah,
so far. Granted, I mean he hasn't really. Um, I mean he hasn't really played against anybody good.
for sure.
He beat
Yeah,
he beat
true.
up on the D-backs. Carried a no-hitter through 7. Then played the Giants and lost that game. Gave up 2 runs, 4 hits,
Mm-hmm.
6 strikeouts, 2 walks, and ended up losing. And then the last game, which was on Monday, he pitched 6 innings, 1 run against and 6 strikeouts against the Reds. So
For sure. Nah, no. I mean, I can see us sweeping it. To be
I can
honest,
see it. I can see it too. It's going to be a tough
I'm,
series
I think
for
I'm
the
gonna call it. I'm
Padres.
gonna call it sweep
I'm calling a sweep there, huh?
on
I would
there.
love to see a sweep. Um, a
We'll get
sweep would be
you get ready,
nice.
sir. It's coming.
A sweep would be beautiful, especially early on in the year. I'll be happy if they take 2 out of 3.
Yeah,
So, but a sweep would be
and then
masterful.
oh see, I'm gonna change my. I'm gonna say 2 out of 3, and then we're gonna sweep the D-backs.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It's 2 out of 3 and sweep the D backs. It's gonna be tough. You can get some good pitching matchups here.
We got Gallon probably.
Gallon. I know we'll probably face Merrill Kelly one of those days, who's been having a
Mm-hmm.
pretty good year too. We'll see. Bueller will probably pitch that Monday game.
And D-backs always give us a problem for
Yeah,
whatever
for
reason,
whatever
man.
reason, even whether they're good or bad.
Yeah,
But
fucking
I think
Walker.
they'll take care of him. It'll be Bueller, and then Tony has been pitching really good,
Mm-hmm.
and then finish it off with Julio. Yeah, I think they
Yeah,
sweep that
so
series going into the next.
I'm gonna say 5-1, maybe
Five
6-0,
five one 6-0.
and then we'll get ready for the. We got same situations. Day off on
Tigers.
Thursday, and then Friday we start the weekend series. Awesome.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, so I'm gonna say 5-1, and
5-1, and like
sweep the Diamondbacks.
sweep the. Yeah, I like
So
that. I like that. We'll take a sweep of the Padres too. But I
we
mean,
would, but
you
let's
know,
we gotta be a little bit realistic
yeah, a little
here.
bit realistic there. I'll take a. We got to be a little bit nice. But yeah, definitely. Um, well, I guess we. What are you looking forward to this week?
I mean, how do you feel about this past week? How do you feel
I
about
feel
everything?
great. Besides
You
the
know,
fact, I'm not too like. I mean, it's. I feel like right now it's just like, all right, the guys that are hot, and the guys who are not
Mhm.
hot, like it's still kind of like spring training. Still,
Right?
I'll hit the panic button like maybe end of May if these guys don't start picking it up a little bit. But
Oh no! I don't think we're gonna be hitting the panic button at
no,
all.
no, no,
But
no, not at all. But I'm just saying, like like I know there's a few people kind of just talking about Mookie already. Not off
hmm
to the great start, but I'm just like, dude, it's April. They had a 3 week spring training. Like some
right.
guys, they don't get as going. Max Muncy, same thing. Like
Mhm.
can't
And
expect.
I mean, I think people are talking about Mookie just because last season and everything like that, and the
Yeah,
hip problem, right?
yeah,
And all that stuff, right? If he had a good season last year, we're not really talking about Mookie
yeah,
at all, you know.
yeah,
So that's just a layover.
yeah.
Um,
And I think just
same.
the one thing that I would like to see happen uh, is Justin Turner out of that 3-4-5 spot.
I think that's going to be on Bellinger.
Yeah, because I mean,
If Belly starts,
I feel like Will Smith has earned that 5 spot. You know, I mean, I would like to see Turner in the 6, maybe 7, every
hmm
once in a while. I feel like
that's
he's
what I'm
still an
saying.
everyday kind of guy, but I feel like that 3-4-5 is kind of like
Right?
I don't think he's that guy anymore.
No,
So
definitely not. I mean, once Belly starts getting hot, right, and if he starts hitting like he looks like he's
if he gets into
kind of
that MVP
figuring it
form,
out, man.
yeah,
You know, that's gonna change the whole lineup. So,
yeah. So
but
I like the lineup how it is now. I just put Turner in the 6, Will Smith in the 5,
mhm.
and go from there. You know,
Right.
give us that
Um,
right left kind of view to it.
so I wanted to talk, and I might be a little bit biased here, just because my background and everything like that. But I wanted to talk some pitching, dude.
So you talking about the best pitching staff in the MLB? I think going into today's game or yesterday's game was like a 1.93 during the winning
Which,
streak.
where it's like it's which is crazy to me because everybody talks about the hitting, but they forget, bro. Our pitching staff is
And
stacked.
you know what's funny is like I was part of it. You know, I wasn't too sold on the Tony Gonsolin or Heaney being in the rotation. I was just like, maybe we just need like not like a superstar, but just like somebody like solid,
Mhm.
to put in that rotation. Because like I mean, you didn't know what Kershaw you were gonna get. You didn't know I mean, obviously Bueller and Urias are going to be ace like, and you just didn't know what you were going to get out of Heaney.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't know what you're going to get out of Gonsolin. I mean, it's still early,
Mm-hmm.
so there's still room. But like that was the one area I was just like, the starting pitching. Like we just need one, like just a solid guy, because especially with like Trevor Bauer's situation up in the air, like. Is he
Mm-hmm.
gonna play? Is he not? Like, if they do let him, if they don't suspend him, are the Dodgers gonna want him back? You know,
That's a whole different conversation
yeah,
we could have right now
yeah.
too.
So it's
But
like, for me, it was just like, all right, let's just get one like solid guy, just in case, just like a backup plan. Like, oh, if Trevor Bauer doesn't come back, like we got a guy there, like that can bring it. But I mean, we'll see what happens. I feel like if Bauer doesn't come back, the Dodgers are probably gonna do what they did last year and go after a big arm at the trade deadline, kind of like how they did with
true.
Scherzer. So
Mm-hmm.
I mean, early on, man. I mean, the bullpen. I knew the bullpen was gonna be lights out from the beginning. Brewstar's money, Trinan, Kimbrel, even just those guys on the bottom that are. I don't know. I feel like
Anderson.
Anderson. I feel like Dave Roberts is using these guys great. Like David Price, I think finally is in that bullpen mode. Like
Mm-hmm.
obviously he would love to be a starter, but I feel like he's finally got like his little routine going where he's
Right.
pitching good out of the bullpen.
People don't realize it takes a lot. That's
Yeah,
that's a completely different
yeah, and we have a
whole.
lot
You
of
know.
arms in there, dude.
Yeah.
We only have. I mean, now we have four with McKinstry coming up for Heaney, but before that, we only had three guys on the bench. We only have
Which is I
Barnes,
kind of love that.
yeah, Barnes, Rios, and Alberto.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. So and now
But I mean, I
you don't really with that lineup like that. You don't really need anybody off the bench.
no,
And the way
exactly.
that they're rotating these guys, it's like, dude, Edwin
Yeah.
Rios came in today and did a bomb, like,
Hmm.
producing. I mean, Austin Barnes has been playing. He's been he does what
I mean,
Austin
my
Barnes
boy
does.
was my boy was leading our team in home runs, and then Freddie Freeman said, "No, no, no,
No,
I
no, no,
got this."
I got this, guys. I got this. And then Aaron Hanser Alberto. I mean, did you see him today in the dugout? He's having a blast.
My boy's feeling it.
He's dancing. He's having a great
Yeah.
time.
It's that. I mean, that's what
He
we've
was
been missing guys like that. Well,
he was. I mean, Joe Davis said cracking pepper, getting the pepper. I don't know.
I don't know
I don't
about
know. I
that.
don't know about that
It
one.
looked like
Yeah,
my boy was getting something else going.
but I feel I would if that's what it is. We'll keep a PG in here. But yeah.
My boy looked like he was twisting something. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah. But yeah. I mean.
You know.
I,
No, but look, I mean, so this is what it was me and my boss were talking about it today as we were driving. Um, Look, I understand the like it's early and everything like that, right? Obviously Haney's pitching lights out right now, and Gonsolin is basically doing the same thing, right?
yeah.
Um, which we've seen Gonsolin do this before. It's not something new, right? So we know that he can do it. It's just how consistent can he be,
Yeah.
right? And that's the name of the game, right? When you're talking about 162, right? Um, which you're gonna have your ups and downs. You're gonna have this and that, right? But I think the biggest thing for us is making sure that we get these guys throughout the entire season, right? We're gonna have aches and pains, or we're gonna have DLs and everything like that. There's nothing you can do about it, right?
Yep.
That's gonna happen. You're gonna have elbow tightness. You're gonna have shoulder discomfort, stuff like that. Whatever it is, as long as we just are able to manage the bullpen, manage the starters. And that's the biggest thing I think when we do have like a Dave Roberts that we talked about, where he's able to move guys from
He
here to there and
does.
move him around, and he does it great. Is
Yeah, you still have,
we
and
don't have to worry about missing guys,
so many guys in our bullpen right now that
right?
can cover. Like Mitch White, it was a starter.
Mm-hmm.
Tyler
Yeah, Tyler
Anderson,
Anderson.
David Price.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, Dustin May's supposed to come back at some point.
Yeah, I mean,
So it's
we,
like,
we also we have guys that have gone multiple innings before too.
yeah,
So I mean, I'm not really worried about if we have a guy drop off and everything like that. Um, but what I'm saying is the biggest thing is making sure that we have these guys healthy at the end of the season, right?
October.
And pitching their best, right?
Yeah,
Because I mean, if you look at it, if they're able to get anywhere close to what they're giving us right now, especially at the end of the season, then I mean, with this offense, like no one's
yeah,
going to touch us,
no,
you
yeah,
know.
and I just look back to last season in the playoffs where Dave Roberts felt like he had to go to Julio Urias in that
Every
game
single
too,
time.
in the late innings, and it's just like, dude, like that might have worked the year before, but
Hmm.
like he's a starter now. He's a solidified, like that was good, nice and dandy the year before when he was
Right.
like our fourth or fifth guy, but now he is like number two and he needs to be fresh for his start,
Right.
So it's kind of like now if you have those lefties like Brule and Ferguson come back and Vesia, and they're throwing Cheddar out the pen, and they can come in a big lefty on lefty situation and get the
Mhm.
job done. Like you don't have to go to Julio anymore, which
Right.
is
Exactly. And
um,
that gives, like you said, like it keeps everybody fresh,
yeah,
right? And then I think that's especially when it comes to playoff time and everything like that. That's the biggest thing, right? You don't want your starters having to pitch 1, 2 innings here and there, right? You only want that to happen when it's do or die time, and
yeah,
it's you know it's to win that series, or it's you're throwing you know you're throwing everything out there because you have to, you're in that situation,
yeah,
right?
of course,
Um,
but
but I mean, I think it's really really overlooked just because, like, yeah, our offense is stacked. We look at those guys, but I mean, I think I would say 1 through 7 basically can be all stars if they have the season that we expect them to have.
yeah,
Which is insane. I don't think anybody else could really say that,
no,
right?
you can't. I'm looking at it right now, just as far as team ERA, the Dodgers are second
Yeah,
behind the
yeah,
Giants, and it's by .5.
which
Um,
makes sense. I mean,
yeah,
um,
um,
but yeah, so.
and
And
it's
like you said, like, we still have Dustin May coming. We can still make an acquisition at the trade deadline. There's a lot of stuff we can do, but I mean, this looking at it, where we're staying pretty with the guys that we have and the pitching rotation that we have,
yeah,
along with all the guys in the uh, in the bullpen. I mean, the way that he used Gonsolin, and did he use Anderson today? I know that he was
no,
expecting, but
no, he
but
didn't.
Gon yeah, because he was pitching in the third inning, right?
Yeah,
Like warming up, but I think Gonsolin just kind of shoved it and got us all the way to the sixth. And he was like, "All right, well, bullpen time," right?
yeah,
But stuff like that, where like he's tag teaming these guys, where it's like, "All right, well, you're gonna pitch 3, 4 innings, and you're gonna pitch 2, 3 innings, and you're gonna get us to the seventh, and then eighth, ninth, we're gonna be solid, right?" And stuff like that, where you know he's able to kind of just figure out how to get innings from guys. And I mean, when you have a manager that's able to do that, um, it becomes now, instead of having a 5 pitch rotation, you really only need the 4, 3. With some of these guys, right? Because you're not really expecting to get 6 innings, 7 innings out of every single guy all the time. And that's kind of just where baseball's at right now. You don't see the times of pitchers going 9 innings, every time, or going 7, 8. That's that's kind of, I think that's a dead theory. Like, no one does that anymore.
mm-mm.
Unless you're getting a no hitter or a perfect game, like you're not, or a shutout, and you're just shoving and you have your pitch count low, like you're not going 7, 8, 9. Not when you have guys that are throwing 100 miles an hour in the bullpen, just waiting to be used.
Yep, because before it used to be rare. You used to have like those
Hmm.
2, 3 guys, and now it seems like the whole bullpen's throwing 100.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean you really don't need them. But yeah, I mean,
Do you and then I mean last 7 days? Do you want to talk about that?
the player of the
I
week.
mean, player of the week.
Player of the week. I think my boy Freddie kind of. I kind of like how we kind of predicted it too. You know, he
Yeah.
just hit in here and there against the Reds, but like against the Braves, he had 2 home runs. Today, he just kind of capped it off with a 3 for 4. I think
hmm
it was kind of between him and Trey Turner for a little bit, and then I think today kind of just, um, the 0
I
for 3 from Trey Turner today kind of just,
yeah,
and
but surprisingly enough, um, I am looking at it and it looks like it most likely would have been between
even Bellinger I would throw in there.
I was gonna say Bellinger. It does look like Bellinger probably has the better of the numbers.
Yeah, but Fred Freeman definitely player of the week for me for the Dodgers.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, look, he was 7 for 27, 7 runs, which I mean is ridiculous. 10 hits, 1 double, 2 home runs, 7 RBIs. I mean, Trey had 7 RBIs too, but 3 walks, only 6 strikeouts, which is not that many. I mean, in the game that we play now, I mean, I feel like guys are just dropping bombs or striking out normally. A batting average 370, OBP 419, slugging 630 for a 1.049 OPS, highest for that week. So, congratulations,
2 points for me.
Freddie Freeman,
You're the Blue Balls player of the week.
Blue Balls Player of the Week.
2-0, Damien.
We'll get you. We'll be sending out those blue balls to you, Freddie.
All right. So going into this week, who's your guy?
Did we just send one,
I guess right.
or did we send like two?
We'll send one, Robert.
We could send like two.
One, just one, dude. You don't have to put your hands up like that, dude. Just one.
No, like we could send two, and then we could put like a bat.
No.
Because it's most of the time it's gonna be a hitter that gets it, right? So it's like two, two,
No.
two blue
No,
balls,
don't
two
you don't
blue,
have to. You
and
don't have
then
to.
and the
You
bat.
don't have to pick. We don't have to do any of that.
Why not? Why wouldn't we?
We can just send. If we had the resources, we would send one blue baseball. Freddie Freeman, player of the week, week 2.
What do you mean
Boom.
if we had the resources?
Like if we had a way to send it to him, and he can accept the gift.
Yeah, I'm gonna send it out. What are you talking about?
Yeah, the one blue baseball. Freddie
Yeah,
Freeman,
I'm gonna send it.
player of the week, week
I'll
2.
send it tomorrow.
And send Chris Taylor his for week 1.
Man, I totally forgot. All right, well, I'll send both of them then.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure we can do it. We get to deliver. We could send it to
Probably
the
like the PO fan box.
Yeah, we can figure it out. I honestly want to do it, and then we'll see
Let's see. Yeah. See
what they say.
that would be awesome.
I'm gonna try it. We'll figure it out.
Who knows? Maybe that's the big break there. Who's your
I don't
who?
know.
I got to pick first last week, so we'll let you choose first this week.
Oh
Who's your guy this
man.
week? Who's your guy? I'm stuck between two right now. There's two guys I want to choose, and I don't know which one I want to choose. If you choose one of them, then I'll choose the other one.
Oh man. Um, I'm gonna go with Mookie.
How'd you know it's going there?
I'm gonna go with Mookie because you were just talking about how people were
Doubting
doubting him. So I feel like people are gonna come. He's gonna come around. We got the Padres and we got the Diamondbacks. I
All
feel like
right.
those are the teams that for him to bring it back.
All right. Since you chose one of my two guys, I'm gonna choose the other one, and I'm gonna go with a guy who's been swinging it pretty good lately. I'm going with Cody. I'm going with Bellinger. I just feel like he's kind of like getting his
hmm
little swing back. Um, got a nice little thing going. He's gonna go to
Yeah,
San Diego. Hopefully, help us sweep those guys, and then he gets to go home for 3 days. He's an Arizona kid,
that's true. That
so
is
he gets
true.
to go home for 3 days, get to see him, the
You
wife, the
know,
kid, the family.
get some of that good old Arizona sun.
Yeah,
Get where that's where he gets his power from.
So I feel like
Very
Bellinger.
much like Superman in that way.
Yeah, so I feel like
Um,
Bellinger might he might go a little. He might be the player of the week next week. So I'm gonna go with Cody. Cody Bellinger.
okay. I mean, you know, I kind of want to do this. I think it'll make it more fun, right?
You want to do a second
Um,
one, like a pitcher one?
yeah, let's do a picture of the week.
All
Let's
right.
let's do that. I would, and then we could send them.
So you can
So
send the second,
batters,
the second.
yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
batters.
Just one baseball.
Okay, fine. Fine, you want to be boring? Just someone baseball, okay? Um, all right, but wait, MVP of the season gets the full. They get the full package. All right,
All right. Yeah, I guess I'll agree
they
to.
get because
I guess
it'll be a trophy. It'll be a
yeah,
trophy, and
okay.
then the
That makes sense. That makes
the
yeah.
blue balls
You don't have
winner.
to. You don't have to like describe it or I think we got the picture.
Right. Well, yeah. No. Yeah. I'm gonna take a picture of it, and then we'll post it, and so everyone can see the trophy. It'll be perfect. Um. So, anyways,
Yeah. Go for it.
pitcher of the week.
Pitcher of the week.
I'm gonna go with guys that the guy. I wouldn't say struggling, but um, definitely not pitching to the caliber that we would like him to be at. I'm gonna go with Walker.
I was gonna go with Walker too because I thought one start against Arizona is good.
hmm
Mm. You go with Walker.
Oh, it could be a bullpen guy too.
Yeah, it could be a bullpen guy, but I don't think it is. I think I'm gonna cheat a little bit because he's gonna have two chances to shove it.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
I'm gonna go with Julio.
Julio,
Yeah, I think he's gonna ride the wave.
how are you gonna do that?
What? Should I pick a guy who's gonna get one start? I'll take
No,
Kershaw.
no, 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 no. No, I'm saying, how are you like? So, is it gonna be like ERA or
I mean,
just like
just
as far as like outing and how dominant
outing,
they
how
are?
dominant, yeah. Because I
Okay.
mean, he can have two like decent outings, but a Bueller just absolutely shoves in his one.
Yeah.
Obviously,
7 inning,
yeah.
no, just yeah, yeah. I got you. There we
We'll
go.
go most dominant start. How about that?
Because I'm thinking like if he gets us 2 wins in that 1 week, then it's
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah. So
kind of
like,
tough
but
not to give
yeah,
him. But yeah, so
but if
let's
like
what
Julio has one game
pitcher
where
of the
he's
week. Pitcher of the week will be
like most
just
dominant,
yeah whoever looked like they were just like
yeah,
I got you.
I'm gonna go with
Sounds
Julio.
good. Yeah, I'm gonna go Bueller. I think he could get it done. Um, you know,
Julio it is.
which is crazy because I mean, other than he has the highest whip than all of our starters.
Yeah,
Walker right now, which is crazy to me.
it'll go down. It'll go down. He's just
Yeah,
not
yeah,
commanding that fastball how he usually does.
yeah.
So
Which I mean,
that's the
obviously, I
biggest
think
thing.
he just needs to get a couple more starts in him, then we'll
Yeah,
start seeing that
once he starts
that
getting that
old Walker
fastball,
Bueller.
how in the next he's gonna be starting at the All Star game.
Oh, for sure.
You know.
Um,
One last thing I want to bring up. All right.
One more thing.
One last thing. All right.
Come on.
Because it might happen this weekend. I mean, this week. Oh yeah, this weekend. It might happen on Sunday. Clayton Kershaw is, I believe, he is like 6 or 7
Strikeouts?
strikeouts. Oops, I dropped. Did I move something here? I did move something. My fault. He's about.
How many?
Let me see. Dodgers all-time strikeout leaders.
Oh, all time.
And Kershaw strikeouts. Where's strikeouts? Strikeouts. Kershaw he needs 7 to pass Don Sutton for the most strikeouts as a Dodger. You think he's getting it here in San Diego, or you think he waits? You know, he stops. You know, and maybe gets 5, maybe gets 6, and next thing you know, he has to pitch one and come back home and pitch.
I feel like Doc's gonna stop him.
But what if my man's just first 3 innings just throws strikes out the side first 2 innings, and you're like, oh shoot, do I take
get him out?
Get him
out there. Get him there. You know. No. Damn. I might have to change my my pitcher of the week then, because damn, you get to pick him next week if that's
historic.
Damn. Yeah, I mean that's
7. He's had to let he had 13 in the first, and he had 7 this last one.
Mm-hmm.
He's doable. We'll see.
It's for sure doable. Is that to tie or is that to take the lead?
6 to tie, 7 to take the lead.
Okay, that's for sure doable. He could get that done, no problem.
He's for sure getting in the next 2 starts, I think.
Definitely, that would be awesome. I hope he does that at home. I mean, how's our schedule looking?
If he pitches Sunday, he would pitch Saturday.
That'll be at home
against the Tigers. And I'm hoping Miguel Cabrera goes 0 for the rest of the week, so he hits 3,000 at Dodger Stadium.
Can we go to that game?
I would love to see. How awesome would it be to see Miguel Cabrera hit 3,000 and Kershaw break his strikeout record all in the same day?
That would be amazing. Kershaw could strike Miguel out.
And
Miguel could come back and hit a home run.
And I catch it.
Can we buy the tickets now?
Before, right? I mean, Miguel Cabrera needs 1 hit. The chances of him going over until next Saturday, he literally has Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Yeah, the guy has like 7 games before he gets to LA to get 3,000 hits.
Oh, man. Yeah, he does.
Yeah, but I mean, imagine if he didn't get a hit.
Hey, he's going to do it, dude.
He's going to do it. I can't wait.
I don't care. My guy's going to be 50 years old, still hitting baseballs. My guy's unstoppable.
Just has a beautiful swing. The beautiful swing. All right.
But for sure, if Kershaw doesn't get it done, we're going to his next start. I want to go watch that.
Yeah,
that's gonna be amazing.
I have to be there. It's a must. That and yeah, that.
And then we could give him, and then we could give him his blue balls. There, while we're there.
We'll talk.
Why are you?
All right. Since we're implementing the pitcher of the week, let's give 2 pitchers of the weeks for the past week. So the first week is obviously Kershaw.
Why?
Because he almost threw a perfect game.
I'm gonna fuck. No, true, very true.
And then this past week, I'll give it to the Heandawg for his 11K game.
Yeah, sounds about right. So I have to send those out too.
Sure, why not?
Can I put them in one box or like separate boxes?
Separate boxes for each player. Damn. Because don't they get their own?
You know what you knew what I was gonna do.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna do that.
Damn it! I was gonna put 2
Yeah. We know you don't have to keep doing that, dude. Oh my goodness. All right, man. This is your boy, Master Damie.
But look, this is perfect. Like if people start hearing, like this could be the like universal sign for like the podcast.
I don't think that's a good
Like
thing.
if you watch the podcast and you just like you see us, you can just be like that,
Hopefully,
and then people will be like, "What are you doing that for?"
hopefully
Like blue
people are
bubble.
not watching this on YouTube and you're just listening, so you can't see what Robert's doing with his hands. But other than that, I got nothing.
If you guys want it, it's a cupping motion. So
I got nothing left to say about this. We can continue this for next week after week 3 after the Dodgers go.
it's gonna catch on. It's
All
gonna
right.
catch on.
Other than that, this is your boy Master Damie.
This is Robbie Ray.
Adios.
See ya.